Sometimes it's very hard to put into words how you feel about something. It's the unknown, very much the unknown.
Yeah.
Now, very much the unknown.
Front people, 2, 3, 4, and front. And back, and 1. And back. And good. Is that the last one? I think if you do dance or any art practice, and if you do it well, you will end up learning a lot about the truths of life. I'm interested in dance as a language for expression. And I think there is a poetry that comes with that, that is really, you know, that human expression. And it's full of meaning, actually. Those kind of voices or that language, I think it also needs to be shared by as many different voices as possible.
I feel like we dared them to dance in a space that they wouldn't normally dance in, which was very free and very intimate with everybody else in the room. As soon as they all walked in the door, the whole thing just took off.
I came in kind of tittering and laughing and kind of thought to myself leaving, like, what are we after signing up to, you know? You say yes and then you say what, you know, are we after? But then I think the laughter turned to trust, I think, got in the group, and I think you kind of looked over and the person that was laughing the first week wasn't laughing on the second week, and neither were you.
There's no bullshit with these women. So I was dying to get into a studio and dance with them. Because when you start dancing honestly with people, it's a wild and beautiful exchange. Like dreaming awake.
When the music went on, I just started floating. And there was no one dancing. I think I just went into it just there for a minute or two. It's very, even though sometimes it can look chaotic, it's actually very calming. To the mind and the soul.
You're just kind of flowing around, like really relaxed, like it's really different to me, this kind of movement, like I'm usually like fast dancing, so I really enjoyed it.
I don't think you realise until you do something like this that everything is nature, and things in our body do connect to the land and the trees and the leaves.
I think we need that as people.
And like, but until you do something like this, you don't realise, like, your inner self. You can be what you like, and as you say to us, you can be.
You
what
can
you
wear what you want. You can be who you want.
Yeah.
It didn't take long for everyone to get into it, and it became a safe place.
Yeah.
When everyone goes into the quiet, everyone started going into their own space, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
And everyone has room for that.
Around you,
And the music helps.
You can't go in and say, oh, go in and freestyle and just flow, if you haven't first tried to establish the order. So it's like you work really, really hard to try to find order and to try to find a path, to try to come up with a map, to come up with a score, to make sure that everybody knows what's happening and what their role is in the whole project. It's like dreaming awake. Yeah, but we have to create a shared dream. So you kind of create a score that means that everyone is dreaming the same dream together, that they are kind of in the same place at the same time, in the right position, supporting each other where they need to. And there is like a fine balance between the trust and being in control, because you're never really fully in control. That's where you get to be brave, really. It's when it could technically fall apart still, that's when you have to be brave, I think.
When we got to the theatre, like all the silliness went over and we started getting really serious. The fear of God came into me. How are we going to fill it? And like, what's going to happen?
You can't go wrong. Yeah. Keep it calm, enjoy everything. There's going to be a hyper alert. Probably, you know, like you go on stage and you get hyper alert and you feel, you know, suddenly the time feels really long, or suddenly the time feels really short, or you don't know, you know, it can get confusing. Hold your nerve, look around you, sail through it. It's going to be a trip. That's it.
Whatever you believe in, whatever faith you have, believe in yourself. We'll do it. We'll get it. We'll do it.
Head up, chest out.
And that's it, girls. We've got each other in this. So just relax and enjoy. Relax. We've done it hundreds of times, okay?
When we walk out, if we see a gap, fill the gap. And as soon as I heard the music, everything just left. The fear left me. I don't know what it was about the music, but the fear just left me. And I said, we can do this, like, we can really do this.
So being given the keys to your own imagination and a safe space to explore, let go, feel what you're feeling, that's the answer. That's the door we need to open for everybody.
This group really can teach to the world, if you know, because I really think you are a good example of how to push each other on.
I think things happen for reasons, right? And us all meeting for the GA, and now we're after bringing all this in together now as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, we would never have met you, Maria, and no, we would never have.
We would never.
Do you know? And look, Stacey, like, you didn't even know any of us when you came to the GA. At least we all knew. At least we all knew.
Change our world.
Look at you now. It's your turn changing our world. Do you know what I mean?
Like, it's mad. I think it's just crazy. Like,
I don't think it's a mishap. I don't think
no.
But me and
The
Maria-
year that we're after having.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the things that we're after doing that we would never have done. And we would never have met yous only for the gap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's after bringing us all together, you know?
This is keeping us together.
Yeah.
You don't get a minute in the day to relax. You don't get 1 minute. You're running day, you're running day, you're doing this for everybody else.
The kids don't pick up their dirty washing soil.
I felt it was my time to just relax and be who you want to be. You were allowed to do that.
Last week when you asked us to pick something ourselves, I actually got very emotional from it because I was just constantly thinking of angels. And then I was thinking of my grandkids. Do you know what I mean? And I was nearly crying doing it. But I was.
So you don't have to feel, oh God, I'm not doing it as good as them. I'm brutal and they're brilliant.
No, it's all.
Everyone is just going with their own flow, like.
And I would get up onto an empty dance floor, no problem, and I like this because the music. But here it was different. It was different kind of music, and it's not just like, I think I'm great. You know, it was different. It was completely out of your comfort zone.